And now we must deal with syntactic stylistic devices. The classification of syntactic stylistic devices. Syntactic stylistic devices fall into the following groups. Patterns of syntactical arrangement: inversion, detachment, parallelism, chiasmus, repetition, enumeration, suspense, climax, and antithesis. Peculiar linkage: asyndeton, polysyndeton, and gap sentence link. Colloquial constructions: ellipsis, epicyphesis, question in the narrative, represented speech. Stylistic use of structural meaning: rhetorical questions, litetis. And now about syntactical stylistic devices based on peculiar syntactic arrangement. The above syntactic stylistic devices include stylistic inversion, detached constructions, parallel constructions, chiasmus, suspense, climax, and antithesis. Stylistic parallel constructions or parallelism may also be known as parallel structure or parallel construction. In grammar, parallelism is a balance of two or more similar words, phrases, or clauses. The application of parallelism in sentence construction improves writing style and readability. First of all, let us decide what grammatical parallel construction is. Let us take such examples. Number A, Mrs. Black is nice looking. She is a good teacher. Number B, Mrs. Black is short. She's slim. She has curly black hair. She talks rapidly. Her words are distinct. She is very energetic. We feel her enthusiasm. She understands her students. She cares about them. Probably you agree that number B tells us more and creates a clearer picture than A. But you might also think that A is easier to read. It is shorter and it is not choppy. For these reasons, you might prefer even A. So how can we keep the clarity and information of B and make it easier to read? Of course, we must use parallel constructions. And now let's have a look at it. Mrs. Black is short and slim. She has curly black hair and delicate features. She always talks rapidly, yet distinctly, and makes us feel her energy and enthusiasm. She understands and cares about her students. So instead of using many short, choppy sentences, we have expanded the odd number sentences of B with detail from the even number sentences using parallel structure. Parallel construction is used in different styles of writing with different functions. In poetry and prose, as always, in the main it carries an emotive function. As for stylistic parallelism is often achieved with other stylistic principles, such as antithesis, anaphora, climax, etc. Antithesis is the juxtaposition of contrasting ideas, usually in a balanced way. The contrast between the two phenomena or objects is sharp by employing antithesis. So hell is the antithesis of heaven. Disorder is the antithesis of order. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Mrs. Nork had a large home and a small husband. So it involves the bringing out of a contrast in the ideas by an obvious contrast in the words, clauses or sentences within a parallel grammatical structure, as in the following. When there is need of silence, you speak, and when there is need of speech, you are dumb. When present, you wish to be absent, and when absent, you desire to be present. In peace, you are for war, and in war, you long for peace. In council, you descant on bravery, and in the battle, you tremble. Anaphora is a Greek word which means carrying back, and it is emphasizing words by repeating them at the beginning of neighboring clauses. For example, strike as I would, strike deep as my curse, strike, and but once. or mad world, mad kings, mad composition, or we shall not flag or fail, we shall go on to the end, we shall fight in France, we shall fight on the seas and oceans, we shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air, we shall defend our island. Whatever the cost may be, we shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender. Climax is semantically complicated parallelism, in which each next word combination, or clause, or sentence is logically more important or emotionally stronger and more explicit. Better to borrow, better to beg, better to die. I am firm, thou art obstinate, he is pig-headed. If to create antitheses, we use antonyms of their contextual equivalents. In climax, we deal with strings of synonyms, or at least semantically related words belonging to the same semantic group. After so many kisses and promises, the lie given to her dreams, her words, the lie given to kisses, hours, days, weeks, months of unspeakable bliss. Chiasmus is based on repetition of syntactical patterns, but it has a reversed order in one of the utterances. It is based on inverted parallelism. I flee who chases me, and chase who flees me. Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Your manuscript is both good and original, but the part is not original. Part that is not original, and the part that is original is not good. I have taken more out of alcohol than alcohol has taken out of me. The value of marriage is not that adults produce children, but that children produce adults. The ancient Hebrew and Greek texts of the Old and New Testaments are rich in chiasmus. Many of these have become lost in translation, but hundreds of others remain. The following examples are indented to show the parallel structure of the text. But many that are first shall be lost, and the last shall be first.